Hey guys, what's up? It's Kelly. Today what I got going on for you is I am doing a broke AF what I eat in a day. Your girl just moved out of her parents' house. I've actually been on my own and in my own place with roommates for about a month and a half now, I want to say, going on 2 or 3 months, don't know. But I decided I wanted to film what I eat in a day because I know that at this point in life, in between the age when you're 18 to at least 23, a lot of the time it's really hard to feed yourself. When you first start taking on bills and stuff like that, whether they be like your college bills or car insurance, car payment, phone, health stuff, if you are on your own insurance plan, that kind of thing, the bills tend to stack up, and I feel like the last thing that I incorporate into my bills would be food and gas. So on my limited budget for food, this is going to be what I typically eat. I try to switch it up every once in a while, but these are like my strict go-tos or stuff that I've tried and filmed. But yeah, if you guys feel me, if you know how it is to be broke AF, then please give this video a big thumbs up and give me a fat subscribe so you can see more of my broke AF videos. But yeah, if you guys want to see what I eat in a day, then just keep on watching. Okay guys, getting started today, we're gonna do breakfast. I'm starting out with these flour tortillas. I like to take 2 tortillas and some creamy peanut butter. This is the off-brand, obviously. I take a big old scoop heap and spread it in the center of the tortillas, and we're gonna do 2 different tortillas this morning. I'm using a raspberry preserves. I get these in the bulk packs because it's cheaper. Well, I guess these are actually my roommates, so we're gonna do a dollop or 2 of the jam preserves. Yikes. And then we take some honey. My mom bought this for me, so I was, saving some money there. I'm first gonna spread around the jam, and then actually I want to use this knife for the honey too. So I tried to scrape off as much of that jam into the tortilla as I can, and then I'm just gonna roll it up like a cute little roll of peanut butter and jelly. And then we're sprinkling some honey. I'm actually doing a lot of honey because I did a lot of peanut butter. I go through honey like crazy, you guys, because of these types of breakfast. I like to mix it around with the peanut butter. That way you don't get like a bunch of peanut butter in one bite and then honey in one bite. This way it tastes like peanut butter honey. It's so yummy. And we're gonna roll that little guy up too. And then that's breakfast, you guys. I can do eggs instead. Eggs are a simple option that's super cheap as well, but this has been my go-to. Then for lunch, you guys, I'm doing ramen, because your girl's broke AF. I start out with a little bowl and then some chicken ramen. You can also see that I have whole kernel corn here too. I go through corn like crazy. I love getting corn because it's super cheap. I use half of the corn in like a dish or something, and then I use the other half for little meals like this. And I'm grabbing this frozen bag of green peas, and I love using peas too. Like, I don't know what it is, I just really like peas. And I'm gonna completely smush up all of the noodles inside of this ramen. I've been doing this a lot lately just because I feel like the whole noodles are really hard to eat super fast when you're starving. And I like doing the chicken because it adds just like a little bit of flavor. And as you can see, I'm using a little Pure Brita like water filter thing to filter my water because my fridge is like 1,000 years old and I don't like to use the fridge or the tap water that we have in our complex. And this is going to be popped into the microwave for 3 minutes. When I come back, I'm taking out my chicken flavor package. I literally use like maybe a third of this. I don't use a whole lot of the chicken flavor because I feel like it gets too salty or too chickeny too fast. And I'm gonna mix this up and kind of just like coat the noodles in that. And after that, I'm gonna add the corn since the corn is still cold. And I'll do the same with the peas too because the peas are still frozen. So sprinkle in the rest of that corn and quite a few peas too. This actually ended up being like a massive lunch, so I ended up turning this into lunch and dinner. I'm gonna mix it up and then I put it back in the microwave for like 30 more seconds just to warm it back up and make it all nice. And then here you go, you guys. That is lunch / dinner. Then I'm gonna turn on the Great British Baking Show. And I love watching this while I eat while I cook. Just because it makes it a little bit more fun to actually cook, because then you're listening to a cooking show and it makes you feel like you're a good cook. Oh my god, you guys, I'm making a snack. This is sliced tomatoes. I like to put this ranch seasoning on freaking everything. I also did a little bit of pepper too, because I've been obsessed with pepper lately. I don't know what it is, like pepper's never really been my thing. Sometimes I do salt as well, but this is a nice little snack, not very filling. Alright, let's move on to dinner. As you can see, I have frozen beef. I actually get like bulk beef in packages and then I divvy it up pound by pound. I don't have a scale either, so I kind of just eyeball it. This is going in the microwave to defrost, and these are yellow squashes. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm trying out this new recipe for the first time. I found it on Pinterest. If you guys are about Pinterest, I love Pinterest. I always find super easy, quick meals that are cheap. First, I'm starting by slicing this in half, and then I'm going to take out all of like the inner seeds and stuff like that, because we are going to stuff it with the beef. Stuff it with the beef. Ooh, yikes. Next, I'm filling up a pot of water. I should have done less water than this. I didn't know how much water it took. And then there's sweet little Dallas always helping me in the kitchen. What an angel. And while this is boiling, we're just gonna keep defrosting that meat. And as you can see, I did put a little half teaspoon of garlic in the meat as well, because that's what the recipe called for. Then we're going to shove those yellow squashes into the boiling water and boil for 5 to 8 minutes. Right here, I'm starting to brown the meat because it's all nice and freshly defrosted from the microwave. I really, really love making meat. I don't know what it is. Like, I feel like I'm super bad at it, but honestly, that's okay. I'm just a beginner here. Don't judge me. And if you don't, like, flail the meat outside of the pot, honestly, you're doing it wrong. The recipe calls for onions, so instead I did onion powder because I'm not a big fan of onions. And then I'm taking this ground red pepper, cayenne pepper. I love using cayenne pepper, and then I go in with crushed red pepper just to add that little extra spice when you eat. I love red pepper, can't help it. Then I'm going in with a little bit of taco seasoning. This is also my roommate's, but if you do get taco seasoning and you do use it often, get a bigger bag of it. And like I said, I'm like going to flail the meat literally out of the pan. You guys, this voiceover is going absolutely amazing. Okay, so brown the meat, do the seasoning, then we just keep on mixing it up, keep on throwing little bits and pieces out of the pot. This is why I make so much meat, is to be able to let messes happen. I should have drained the yellow squash or done less water when I boiled them, but that didn't happen, so we are going to just use our soggy squashes and put the boiling hot meat right smack dab in the center of those squashes. And I really, really loaded it up. Then we're going to cover it in cheese. I really love cheddar cheese, like sharp cheddar, medium cheddar, always my fave. I preheated the oven to 400 degrees. Probably should have showed you guys that in the beginning, but in this little bread pan, I'm gonna stick those 2 little squashes in there, and then any leftover meat I like to cover and contain for later. Then with my discount oven mitts, I grab the gnarly squash and we're gonna try it out. And then I take 2 forks because, you know, I'm broke. I don't have like tongs and stuff like that. Well, I just didn't make use of my tongs. So then we have our goopy squash with meat, and it's kind of like a taco. So I grabbed out way too much of this sour cream. And then I'm going to slather a little bit of this nice salsa. This is honestly my favorite salsa. I feel like it tastes so good, and you get a big amount for super cheap as well. I go through salsa like crazy because we're big salsa eaters over here, and I'm gonna try this on camera for you guys because I wasn't sure how it is. Be sure to blow on it before you eat it. Also be very, very nervous about eating it, but try it gingerly. Yeah, a little bit unsure about this, but honestly, it turned out really good. This one definitely gets a thumbs up from me. I have to tweak the recipe a little bit, but honestly, very, very good and super low carbs too. Alright guys, that's gonna be it for the video today. Thank you so much for watching. A lot of the food that I eat is pretty much makeshift. I try to do protein every once in a while. For the most part, stuff gets really expensive really quickly, and these are just like simple, easy meals to be eating while you're broke AF. If you guys feel me and you're broke AF too, please give this video a big fat subscribe and give me a like so I know to make more videos like this to help others struggling people my age, or even if you're 30 and broke AF and you want to know how to feed yourself, or you just moved out of the house or whatever. Don't even know how to film an outro apparently. I have to get going because I want to finish editing this video, and now I have laundry which I have to use quarters for, and it's literally $2 a load to wash and dry, which is utterly ridiculous. I wish it was at least 75 cents for each load, but no. It's not. So I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!